Hey there, everyone. How you doing? So I just wanted to create this additional video for Sunday because I see so much stuff on social media about people really wanting, big goals or dreams for themselves, want to be the first millionaire in their family. They want to do this or that. And I just firmly believe that people have bought the myth that all you have to do is you have to put it out in the universe, put it on a piece of paper, hang it by your mirror, and the universe will provide. I'm sorry to disappoint you. The universe really doesn't care about your big goals, right? We we quickly lose big goals to daily activities, to life events, to things that are out of our control, and there's a way around it. There is a way for you to grab hold of that big goal and move forward. So what I thought I would do is kind of share that with you because I believe big goals are awesome. You see me track my weekly goals all the time. Last year you saw me track monthly goals and it wasn't good enough. I needed to go from monthly to weekly to really be taking action. So let me just share with you what I mean by all of this. So again, I think big goals or dreams or big audacious goals or whatever you want to call them, I think they're awesome. I think they're very productive. But I think a big goal simply stated, put out into the universe and waiting for some mythical, karma or something to provide is unhealthy, wishful thinking, and dangerous. If you really want these things, sit tight for, I don't know what this would be, 10, 12 minutes, and I'll give you the way that you can actually increase your chances of success significantly of achieving these big goals that are important to you. So, okay, so you have a big goal, right? Everybody tells you got to dream big, you got to go for it. If you aim for the stars, and if you aim for the moon, you end up in the stars, or whatever those sayings are. Okay, I get it. Many of you believe the thing of writing it down, right? Which I fully support. You got to write them down, right? You got to put them somewhere where you can look at them, right? A mirror, by your computer, by your phone, whatever you want. Right. So maybe you're posting them. Maybe they're your screensaver on your phone. I don't know. Maybe some of you share them. My experience is most of you don't. That's kind of where it stops. But maybe some of you are sharing them, right? You're telling friends and family, "I'm going to be a millionaire. I'm going to be a millionaire," whatever it is. But that's kind of where I see it stop. If you're doing those things, congrats. This is what I see most people doing, but I believe it's wrong. It's if it's not wrong, it's at least incomplete, because I believe in doing all the things I just went through, but it's the period at the end of those four things that I think's the mistake. It needs to be a comma. It needs to continue, right? So let's call it incomplete, if not wrong, right? What we just went through is what all the social media folks tell you to do, and I don't know, it's just wrong. I don't know what else to tell you. It's just wrong. Incomplete is too nice a word. First, let's just realize, again, if you don't know my story, I have had a sales quota uh, since I was 14 or 15, full commission. I was in careers where if you missed your quota, you could be fired. So I've had that stress of either monthly or quarterly quotas. I went from, someone who had nothing to financial freedom. I went from nearly failing English, or getting a C- in English and hating that class, to writing a book that's now been sold thousands of times. Went from never flipping homes, not being a handy person, to flipping over 40 homes and spending less than 10 hours on each home. So uh, what we're about to go through is what I went through with each of these, at least individually impressive things. So I just share this not to brag. If you watch this channel, you'll know that I never brag, but I just want you to realize, I've done some stuff, and what I'm about to go through is exactly how I did those things. So big goals are often motivating. They get you all tingly and you think about them. But then life gets in the way, right? Family responsibilities, work, friends come over, and very quickly make excuses and then just move on. And it's the loss of that motivation to execution that is very sad, in my opinion, because goals don't get achieved without execution. So the only way to hold on to big goals, right, to keep them not only in front of you, but you have to be able to break them down to daily action. Right? The best example of this is often something I've heard a bunch here the last 3 or 4 days after Kobe Bryant's passing. Obviously, being an NBA player is hard. You have to have some natural abilities, and most of us will never get there. However, once you're there are other levels. Right? Lots of professional athletes take 1,000 shots a day. Kobe Bryant didn't take 1,000 shots. He made 1,000 shots. Think about that. Think about that little twist and what that really meant to his activities. His daily action wasn't taking 1,000 shots. It was making 1,000 shots. And there have been hundreds of examples I've read about him in the last few days. Never was a fan, don't like the Lakers, but you've got to appreciate the work. He would practice hours doing moves without a basketball. I've never heard of that before. So again, whatever your big goals are, you need to start breaking them down into small chunks that you can hold yourself accountable every day. You need to track those actions every day. You need to report on those actions every day. And then if you do that, it becomes a habit, and pretty soon you're moving forward and making huge strides towards your big goal. So you must break down your big goal into smaller chunks immediately. You want to lose 10 pounds? Break it down into exercise and track your eating. You want to become a millionaire? Track your savings and your investments. Track your spending as well. You want to sell $5 million in software? Break it down into customer meetings, demonstrations, POCs, whatever it is for your technology. Break it down into daily chunks. Track them, report on them, share the honest results, and get your butt moving. You must track activities. You saw me last year trying to do this monthly with you. It didn't work. It didn't help me. I had to break them down to weekly reporting, but daily, the ability to track it daily. That's what makes this thing interesting. This is what allowed me to take on quotas of $1 billion. It allowed me to have quotas of $50 million for a new product. These are just things that you have to do. And this is how I've lost 10 pounds in a month. It's how we went from having nothing to having enough. It's because we were able to break these big, scary goals and just understand the steps in front of us. The sooner your big goals become daily activities that you track, report, and share, the sooner your dreams will become a reality. It's just how it works, people. Big goals put out into the universe go nowhere. You have a big goal that you break down into 8 daily chunks that you can track, report on. You're going to get there. It's just the only question of time. And that's the magic that you need to figure out. So if your big goal for the year is losing weight, try it. Do yourself a favor. Track how many times you're working out, 45 minutes a day, how much eating, how many times you didn't eat dessert. I don't know what it is for you. I don't know your life. I don't know your position. But break down the things that you know go into gaining weight. Is it watching less TV? Is it sleeping more? I don't know what it is for you. If you're trying to become financially free or have a better financial future, the best thing I could tell you is to immediately cut out all your wants. Stop doing it. You don't need an extra pair of jeans or, whatever that is. You need to understand needs and wants. The best way to do that is track it. Track your daily spending. Track it for a week. Go back and look at your credit card statements. If you're trying to learn your market, like I talk about on this channel, how many properties did you look at online? How often did you look? What did you see? What changed? I don't know what your big goals are. Hopefully this video gets seen by lots of folks regardless of what their goals are. But the sooner you can break these big, scary goals into 4, 5, 6 discrete items that can be executed on every day, the better your chances. Big goals must become daily actions, or I promise you, life will get in the way. The dreams will die. The universe will not provide. I'm sorry. But if you take your big goals and you make them daily activities, I like your chances. In the end, I believe in you. You got this. Just take some time, break your big goals down because they're awesome. But once you break those big goals down into daily activities, that's when the work begins. And that's when you feel progress. If you just put it out in the universe and wait on the couch, you're going to be disappointed. But if you want to put it out in the universe and go for it, I think you got this. And if you want to read about our story, it took us 15 years, but our story is there in one rental at a time, going from a single house to financial freedom. It tells you the good, the bad, the ugly. It's a fun ride through the crazy 08 real estate market, the crash. We lived through it. So hope you enjoy that. Again, I'm a huge fan of goals. I've had goals my whole life. I kind of lived that way. But goals without actions and activities are dreams. And I don't want you to lose those. So at the end of the day, get your big goals, get your activities, and tell me about it. Leave comments below. I'd love to hear from you. All right. Have a great day.